world, it's your girl Nina Love. Thanks for being here. This past week, I posted on my Facebook page and on my Instagram at Love Nina Love the question, what should my next topic for the video podcast be? And I received lots of responses, and the only one I responded to publicly was that the topic should be the LDS religion and the hypocrites. I would eventually like to cover that topic, but not today. So that's the only one I replied to publicly. The rest of the responses I got were funny and brought up a lot of memories from elementary school and high school. And so I just want to talk about some of those things. I'm not going to use the names or people that people were bringing up, but I would like to talk about the general idea behind why people wanted me to cover a certain topic. So, and I know it was all jokes. Everybody was joking, but it does bring up certain things inside of me that I want to get off my chest. So, in elementary, I was a bully. I am not proud of it, and laughing is my defense mechanism, but I admit that I was a bully. Probably from preschool till, I don't know, maybe 4th or 5th grade, I outgrew it and realized that being nice actually made more friends than being a bully. In the 2nd grade, I bring up the 2nd grade just because that particular person that I was mean to, I carry that with me. I have carried it with me all through my life because I was really mean to her. I looked her up on social media. She does actually have a Facebook page. She does look very similar to what she did in elementary. And I believe she was only at our school for a year. So I think she was gone by the 3rd grade. She used to wear this rain cap to school, and she had very fine blonde hair, and I was so mean to her. I pushed her down in the puddle once, and she never ever backed down from me. She fought me all the way, and I remember I think she screamed at the top of her lungs, and I just looked at her and I pushed her down again into the puddle, into the mud puddle. There was this big mud puddle, and she got up, she would scream at me, and everyone was watching. What am I going to do? What is she going to do? Because the girl she just pushed into the puddle got right back up and was ready to go again. And so I just kept yelling at her until she ran away. The pride inside of me did not want to lose the battle. So I kept tormenting her until she ran away. I am not proud of this moment. I am not proud of how I treated her. I pulled off that rain cap once before, and she had, like I said, really fine blonde hair that looked like baby hair. I mean, now in my adulthood, I look back and I think, oh my gosh, she could have had cancer, and I was tormenting a girl who's battling for her life. As an adult, I see that. As a child, all I saw was somebody I could pick on. Not a very proud moment for me. And I carry that with me through my adulthood, and all through my life. I've thought about this girl, and I'm just too chicken to reach out to her on Facebook, because who am I? What if she doesn't even remember any of that? What if she doesn't even think twice about me? But if I could talk to her again, I would say that I am very sorry for being the ugliest part of humanity by treating her with hate for no reason. No reason at all, except she was different. And I would ask her for forgiveness for being a mean girl. And I hope that she has a great life. I'm so chicken to reach out to her on Facebook. I don't even know if that's her. It looks like her, but I wish I could take back those mean things that I did. Okay, so as we move forward, as we grow old, like, in elementary, some people never grow out of being the mean girl. When I think about her, as I have thought about how mean I was to her over the years, I think of ways that I will never be her again. I will never be that girl I was that picked on other people. So how I stopped being a mean girl, or even if I witness people being mean girls, most of what I want to do is to be inclusive of people. I want to include them no matter what they look like or where they're from. I just want to be more inclusive and never, ever treat anybody so mean the way I did that girl in second grade. And so that means stepping out of my comfort zone and talking to people that I wouldn't normally talk to. But actually, it's become second nature for me to just talk to anybody. I'm friendly. I talk to anybody. And you can make really good friends just talking to random people. I especially like to talk to people that are really different from me. It always throws them off when I make a conversation. People, especially I don't know. People here in South Carolina are kind of thrown off if I start having a random conversation. They're like, "Oh, you're talking to me?" "Yes, I'm talking to you." Anyway, those are ways I consciously made an effort not to be a mean girl, was to talk to people that I normally wouldn't talk to. And I did that through high school, and I still do it. You make a lot of friends. So for those who are mean girls now in your adulthood, stop right now and be inclusive of everyone. I hate cliques. I really, really hate cliques, for real. Even though I have a lot of friends that a set group of friends that I've maintained from high school, and I don't consider us a clique because I feel like we all have our lives separate of each other, and we have friends separate of each other also, but I hate cliques. And if I see someone that wants to invite me to their thing and they're part of a clique, no thanks. I don't want it. Even though I should, but no, I hate cliques. In high school, separate topic. So somebody brought up in on Instagram and mentioned the name of my high school crush. And I thought to myself, ew, why would you bring that up? Why would you bring that person's name up? In our adulthood, we are so different. I cannot see why I even liked that person or had a crush on that person. It's so funny. And so what I got from that is that who we are in high school, especially here in America, where there's like this set kind of archetype. There's the cheerleader, the athlete, the nerd, like there's the jock, not the athlete, well, same thing. The nerd and the drama people or whatever. Who we are, those archetypes, is not who we have to remain, As we evolve out of the awkwardness of adolescence, it's totally up to us who we become. And I am going to be 43 in just a couple of days. And I am rejecting, finally, the person I was in high school. Like, there's no reason for us to remain the way we were, or the way it's not our job to take on how other people perceive us. So to find that authenticity inside of us, the sooner you get to that place where you know who you are, the better your life will be. Because I thought that all of the hopes, fears, and dreams of my parents that were projected onto me I thought that was my identity. I thought that's who I am. That's what I have to be. And that is so not true. Even if you do have to break from who your parents think you should be versus who you are, who you feel you are authentically, the faster you do it, the better your life will be. You think of people who are coming out as gay or lesbian, and how hard that was in the 80s and even in the 90s, where it's a little more open nowadays. But carrying that around for so long is just taxing and it's such a burden. So finding who you are authentically is probably the fastest way to becoming your most happiest self. I've tried, my parents raised me to be LDS, and my mother was really, really, really strict about that and really wanted me to do the things that a normal LDS person does. Go on a mission. Don't drink and smoke. Don't drink coffee. Don't do drugs. Don't have sex outside of marriage. Pay your tithe full. Be honest. All those things. And I tried it. Oh, she also wanted me to go on a mission, marry in the temple, blah, blah, blah. So I never went on a mission. And I probably fell away. I probably stopped going to church as soon as I graduated from high school, and never went back until until my ex-husband wanted to go to church. I had no desire to go to church. And we went to church. He became a member and we went to the temple. So I did those things. And you know what? I'm not happier for it. It wasn't authentically me. And when you find yourself in such a way, like I can either continue on unhappy, doing the thing which my parents wanted me to do, or my mother wanted me to do, and just remain unhappy. Or I can be authentically me and be happy. I chose to be authentically me and be happy now here where I'm about to turn 43. And I do what I want to do. And so I have no inhibitions, or I have nothing stopping me, no moral code of conduct that stops me from being who I want to be. And I love that. I have always been that way. And me putting that on the side to be what my mother wanted me to be, which is this service-oriented tithe-paying member of the LDS Church, that did not bring me happiness. And to fight and battle within yourself all the time about whether this makes me happy or not is just not my idea of being a grown woman and being happy. That's not authentic to me. So here I am at 43, making my way in the world and being way more happy by doing the things that I want to do without a strict moral code. I feel I do not need religion to be a good person. And smoking and drinking coffee and those things do not make me a bad person. And so I can still be a good person and I can be happy without needing a strict moral code from religion. Does that make sense? I have very good morality, a very good sense of right and wrong. And I thank my parents for that. But it is not connected to religion in any way. That morality that I practice is not connected to religion. Okay, so another topic that came up that had to do with boys from high school also. And I just thought it was funny that who I was in high school was like, we're creating who we are, because the confidence I have now was created over time. Like I wish I had this confidence that I have now when I was 16. And people would say mean things to me and it would hurt me, but I would never let it show. But it's still, I would take their negative comments about me and think, oh my gosh, everybody thinks that about me. And adolescence does a funny thing, does all of that. And we take on those labels that people give us, and then we carry it with us through adulthood, or we don't. Some people let it go real soon, or some people don't even let it bother them. But for me, I did carry a lot of what people said about me negatively. I carried it with me like it was mine. Like, oh my gosh, he said it, so now it's true. And I carried that for so long. And I'm so done with that. And I've been done with that. But I'm just saying that I wish I would have let that go sooner. That I would have seen and my value way sooner than today. You know what I mean? Like, I waited till I was way into my 30s before I started letting that stuff go and realizing, oh my gosh, that's not even me. That is not even what their opinion has nothing to do with me and how I feel about myself. And so for those of you who are struggling with that, let it go. Let it go. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. That who we are can change every day, you know, so we can evolve into better people and embrace the authenticity of who we are as we age, and let go of who we were in the past. Let go of the things that doesn't serve us anymore. I'm gonna stop being a mean girl. Well, I did choose to stop being a mean girl, but I consciously make the effort every day to be kind, because the world needs more kindness. And I value the woman I am becoming, and I celebrate my ability to be free of the morality, the religious morality. I think who I am and who I choose to be every single day is not dictated by religion. And I value my ability to choose my way, because the things that, say for instance, the Mormon religion says are bad, do not make me a bad person. If I have a glass of wine or I drink a cup of coffee, it does not make me a bad person. It doesn't. So I don't need those principles, even though I'm grateful that I was raised in the indoctrination of Mormonhood. Because I just want to say that I don't need it to be a good person. And if I go against some of what they say, it doesn't make me a bad person. And it doesn't make me a less effective teacher or mentor for young people. Anyway, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Some of you might have very, very harsh reaction to what I say. And I don't think I'm being very, very harsh. But anyway, let me know what you think. Follow me on Instagram at LoveNinaLove. I'm also on Facebook.com/LoveNinaLove, or on Twitter at LoveNinaLove. And you can always hit me up on my blog also, NinaLove.com. Have a fabulous week, everybody. It's Leo season. It's about to be my birthday on Saturday. So chapter 43 begins Saturday. Bye, everybody. Have a good week.